Hello friends, welcome to Squaird Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be setting up the month of August in my memory planner. We'll decorate a monthly spread and a currently page in a refreshing summer theme, so come play with me. And I've got these washi tapes here ready to go, along with these ink pads and blending brushes, this highlighter that I'll use throughout the month, this set of wooden stamps and a clear stamp as well, this Jim Holtz stencil, and these Happy Planner sticker books, which I'll pull from. Okay, let's go ahead and lay down some wax paper and get started on the design. I was inspired by this page here in the Happy Planner sticker book with the green background. It looks like a strawberry lemonade style theme, which I think would be really cute for this August theme, kind of end of the summer. I also have another Happy Planner sticker book here that I'll be pulling in a few items from. I believe it's a seasonal teacher sticker book that came out not too long ago. I will have everything that I can find down below in the description. If you're looking for something in particular, just check the video description. That's where I keep all of the links for the items I'm using in these videos. I've started to lay out what I think I want to use here in the sidebar. Like I said, kind of going with a strawberry lemonade theme based off of this minty page. One thing I really wasn't sure how to handle was the additional color of red. So on this page, it's very green, pink, red, and orange. That's a lot of colors. And they're not in any kind of like gradient of tones or, variations of tones. It's really just lots of individual colors. So, like I've said in the past, when you have too many colors to deal with, it really does make a spread look a little bit muddled. So what I'm going to try to do is eliminate at least one of those colors on this monthly and then maybe switch it out on the currently so that I can use some of the other colors. We will see. But I'm trying to stick with the pink and the green being the main colors and then that orange being more of like a highlight color. We'll see if that really works out. I think it ends up being a little bit more where the mint green is more of the highlight color and the orange and the pink kind of take over. But I did my best to try to eliminate a plethora of color on this spread and kind of keep the colors under control. So I did take a quote and I cut it up to put in some of the empty days at the top, added a little bit more of that like pink strawberry theme, and now I am putting in some washi tape. I pulled a pink grid washi that I thought was a perfect match for the pink tones in this spread. And then I also pulled this newer washi to my set that I got from Amazon. It's like a Scotch washi tape that is not a normal washi tape. It's like a little bit thicker, but I really love the pattern on there. So I thought that I could bring it in because it has sort of a minty green and a punchy pink tone in there. So I cut it up to make it look more like a texture sticker versus a washi strip. And then I'm cutting down the pink grid washi as well, just to give it a little bit more of a low profile for those functional areas. I'm laying them in, thinking I'm going to stick with 3 items as far as the washi. 3 or 5 is usually best. 4 could work if you do it symmetrically, but as a whole, keeping things in odd numbers usually works the best. So I'm cutting up another piece of that washi tape that has the texture. And like I said, I'm using it more as a textural element. I have the 4 pieces there, but you'll see I'll pull one back and stick with just 3 because it just felt better balanced. Also, I had to eliminate the areas of that washi tape that had just the soft pink and the bright orange. Again, limiting the color palette, which was my main focus on this spread. So I've got the baseline of what I want to do here. You might have noticed I pulled quite a few mixed media elements to try to bring in here as well, mainly because the stickers have a mint green backer, so I thought it would be good to bring in a little bit of that green behind some of those stickers to blend out the borders. I am just going to randomly put it in places where I think it will work, and also where those stickers I know for sure will be placed, and see if I can get that vibe that I was going for, where it's like a blended background element. I'm using chalk inks for this. They are really great for planners, especially when you have double-sided pages, because there's no bleed through usually. I will say I saw some ghosting on the newer pink one that I picked up from Amazon. So I don't know if it's just the tint of the color, if it's kind of a stronger color, or if the ink is a little bit more saturating than my previous set, which was from Versa Ink. But just FYI, the chalk inks are much better for planning, especially if you have double-sided pages. I also just stenciled in this coffee ring of sorts, kind of going with the like juice, strawberry lemonade, kind of splatter, fun, textured look. So I brought that in. I'm also going to add in a few more stamps of these like splatter images, more for just kind of that idea of, I don't want to say the word juicy, but you know what I'm saying, like strawberry lemonade, just, I don't know, refreshing. We'll use that word, refreshing. And splattering that around, adding a little bit more pink to the spread as well. See how that turned out. You can kind of see I made a bit of a stamping error with some overstamping. I'll try to cover that up a little bit later once I get to that point. I'm also adding in some of the splatter here from the wooden set that I have. It has a really tiny coffee ring style stamp, which I've added along with a strip of splatter. So working with that, we'll see how that all turns out. I'm also laying in now some of the elements from the wax paper. I put down some of the washi tape, and now I'm going to lay in the sidebar of elements. Just kind of try to roll those off and see what happens. Just going to use my little white gel pen to clean up some of those areas where I did overstamp. And then also make a few adjustments, try to better place some of these elements now that I have that ink in the background. So let's go ahead and lay over the rest of the items from the wax paper. I'm going to move it over one by one at this point, changing the placement on some of the things. Again, I did go down to 3 of those washi tape texture strips. And just moving over the stickers there into the empty days, and then realized I probably should have whited out those black lines before I laid them in. But we will just do enough to make sure that the quote is unhindered so you can still read it fairly easily. And then this last strip of washi tape, this here at the top, I'm going to shorten it a little bit just so it looks a little bit cleaner. And I just feel like it's not enough. So we're going to go back, we're going to add in a few more of the stamps, kind of fill in some of the gaps, add more, I think, of the pink touch. Sorry that some of that is off camera. Be able to see it all in the end, but just FYI, I was in the zone just trying to figure out how I wanted this to look and was not thinking about camera placement. Whenever I'm on an edge and I'm doing this blending technique, I do like to put something behind so it doesn't get onto my work surface. So I was using a scratch piece of paper for that. Helps you get all the way to the edge without really worrying about, over blending. And some of these I put the stickers down maybe a little too early. I really do feel like I wanted more pink touches to it, so I had to lift up a sticker or two to work around them. But I think that's looking good. Maybe a little more splatter here and there. Well, that one did not turn out as good as I wanted. I was trying not to do the full line of splatter, but then, yeah, it smeared. And let's move this up. And this is where I realized how far off camera I was, so we will move up the page. On this side, I decided that I was going to try to play up more of the lemonade look, and because of that, there's a strong red element in that sticker with the strawberries and the straw. So let's see what we come up with. I'm going to bring in more of the green-backed elements as well. There's some serious cloud cover coming in while I was filming, so the lighting is going to vary a little. Sorry about that. And I'll pull in some bigger boxes here from that same sticker book. These will be used to track my books read, movies watched, and TV seen or something similar to that. But basically just the media I'm consuming for the month. So trying to find a cute way to have all of these boxes here and make things still be balanced. And I feel like it's just not working with the 3 that I had there. So I'm going to go back and try something else. Move the sun to the right, even though it feels like it should be on the left to balance out with the lemonade sticker at the bottom, but I think it just was not working with the bigger boxes. And again, I want to bring in all of the same elements that I can from the previous spread. So let's see what we can fit. Decided that was a little too dark. I really wanted to bring in more of the yellow, so I brought back that yellow box, and here I will bring in some more of the washi as well, balance that out. I'm just going to put another strip down here at the bottom. Trying to make this little corner feel right. It's a little bit weird because I did cut down those lemon stickers, so we will see if I can make that feel a little more natural. And then I thought, well, let's see what happens when I commit to the red, and I really decided I didn't want to do that, so I'm going to pull back on the red and try to stick with the same colors I had on the front spread, which was more of the pink, orange, and mint green. There is a bit of a stronger green in that one box, but I think overall I should be able to kind of pull out a majority of the red in most cases. So I'm going to bring in some of those small pink strawberries to do that, pull out any of the red that I already pulled in, and then I'm going to try to even clip out this larger strawberry here in the corner and then just kind of cover it with something else. Hopefully that will help things feel a little less red heavy and have it be more of an accent versus a real major color. And to do that, I'm just reworking this corner. Again, had to change how those lemons were layering there on the side. And also using all of the trimmings that I've just recently created, trying to find a good spot for everything. It is a little bit tricky here. Thought that might be good in the corner, but I feel like I need more here in this kind of empty area. So let's see what we can do. That's not bad. I think I like that. Let's see if there's any other stickers in here that is worth bringing in. Maybe one more strip of that washi tape for the green box. It's going to hand cut it with some scissors. I realized, well, that will be two greens right next to each other, so we're going to flip that with the pink. And put the green on the top. And that all looks good. Now I'm going to try to eliminate these red strawberries from the boxes. This one I think I can get away with just clipping it, off to the side. The other ones I don't know what I'm going to do. Like the one that's integrated into the big sticker on the bottom, I think I'm just going to have to leave that. And then the yellow box, we'll see if I can come up with a solution for that. So I think I'm ready to try to blend in some background. Just going to go ahead and use that mint color, since there is quite a few of those orange stickers with the mint background. Try to put it where it's going to be on the spread, just off of memory there. And then I want to bring in more of the pink, kind of like I did on the other one, so I'll blend in some areas of that along with the stencil again. I like the textures of the mint and the pink together. That actually looks pretty good, so I am bringing in a little bit more on this side of the layout versus on the monthly. Once again, I'm so sorry that's off camera. I was definitely like in the zone at this point, just trying to make sure everything worked. I am reworking this little corner here so that it looks as clean as possible. And so I'm reusing a trimming of one of the leaves, and I'm going to trim it to the size I need it to be. And we'll move in those other pieces here on the side. Drop in the washi at the top. So this spread definitely has a little bit more going on than I normally like to do, but it's a fun one. These pages I use for memory keeping, so it was just a fun little moment in my planner where I can have a little seasonal theme and then also write in what I was doing in that season. So I'm not as concerned with the look and feel of this, even though it will be for a full month. I kind of like the fun aspect of it, even with all of the busyness that is really occurring here. I also changed the positioning of some of those strawberries just because of where I laid in the ink splots. So it just felt a little bit better as I have it there. I'm going to drop in more of the stamps just to create more of that chaotic, fun, refreshing feel. So adding the various ones from both the clear stamp set and the wooden stamp set. Try not to do too much repetition of the same stamp, so 1 to 2 times is what I'm trying to stick with, or using like half sizes of the stamp, not the full stamp, so it looks a little bit different from the others. Using that page as a mask to try to do that. To clean up a few little items, but I got rid of a majority of the red, which was nice. So now I'm just going to drop in these box labels. decided that I wanted to white out the quote here and layer the title on top of it. So I had a whiteout from Stationery Pal that ran out, so I ended up using another one that I got from Staples a while back and just covered that up. And now I'm thinking maybe it'd be better to have a box overlaid just to give a little bit better look and feel to this area. And when I was doing that, I realized that I would like that color to be with the pink box, so let's see if we can find another box that will work with the yellow. Found this kind of brighter pink one, which I think will do the job. I would put it on the green one, but decided to just leave it as is because there is 1/4 of it taken up by the imagery, so we'll just keep the title minimal. And that should do it for us, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch, and think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we will see you next time. Bye!